So today I want to talk about genetically engineered rock stars because this guy talked about it a little bit. And who is this guy? This guy was in Nirvana in 1989 for about 6 months. After he left Nirvana, he played bass in Soundgarden. And this guy said something very interesting. So just keep in mind, he was in Soundgarden for, I don't know, about 6 months or so. And what he said is that he didn't get along with Chris Cornell, so he was fired. Let's hear what he has to say.
Yeah, they're a great band, but I always thought they were a little too quirky to be huge, despite the Chris factor, like this genetically engineered rock star.
Let's listen to it again in slow motion in case you missed it.
Genetically engineered rock star.
He's saying this guy's a genetically engineered rock star. Now, maybe it's a joke, but even Joe Rogan kind of laughed nervously. It's like one of those laughs where you're like, yeah, that's true, but we're not supposed to talk about it. There's a lot of things in this world we're just not going to know for sure as a scientific fact. Because it's partly because it's so strange, but mainly because it's all kept secret. I think there are bioengineered celebrities. He may be an FTM, but he just seems like the kind of guy who he knows something that we don't know. You know what I mean? He's got this little grin on his face, like, I know stuff you guys don't know, and you're never going to know. Maybe he's just been tapped into the ethereal realm a little too much. You know what I mean? He's like, maybe he's demonically possessed. Maybe that's what it is, which is an alien, right? Demons are aliens. We know for sure a lot of the rock star deaths are faked as some kind of ritual, some kind of, because these rock stars are like gods. They are the modern day gods. And would they create bioengineered rock stars? Yes, they would if they could. And I think they can. If I were running the mass media industrial complex, I would do it. Create these super talented people who do things that nobody else can do. I play guitar, right? And I've always been looking for a great singer because when I was younger, it was like I kind of saw the pattern. I was like, you got to have the great singer. You can't just really just be a guitarist. You got to have a great singer to be a great band. You got to have the Chris factor, like he said, and Cobain was the Cobain factor in Nirvana. They were the stars of those bands. Those bands got famous because of the singers. You just don't find people who can sing like that. And this guy's saying genetically engineered rock star. So, it's just a piece of data. Maybe it's hyperbole. Maybe he's just making a joke. But maybe there's some truth in it. You know what I mean? So I just thought I'd point this out. Is he kind of spilling the beans a little bit? You know what I mean? It's pretty rare to find a guy like this who was in these bands. These are legendary bands from the 90s that made a huge impact on the culture. Did he hear something? Does he know something that he's not supposed to know? But he knows it, and he kind of spilled the beans, kind of like he was saying a joke, but it was true. All right, we see this all the time where they make a joke, but they're actually being very serious because the truth sounds so crazy, doesn't it? When we live in a world full of lies, the truth actually sounds crazier than lies because we're used to the lies. They tell us this guy killed himself. So he had like a wife and kids, successful musician, had a solo career, and he's going to just kill himself? No, I don't think so. Sorry, it's not going to happen. All right. I don't know what happened to this guy. I don't know if he was murdered, if he's still alive. If he's still alive, where is he? What does he look like now? I don't know. I have no idea. See, the celebrity, the music and entertainment industry is really the idolatry industry. Idolatry is worshiping the creation instead of the creator. People are worshiping created beings instead of the creator. Even these small g gods are created beings. Pretty masculine skull overall, but a small body. Like these are like aliens, man. Yeah, look at these children. They're kind of like strange. They're like little alien hybrid children. I think that's part of their role is to bring in these to be like foster parents for the alien hybrid children. Yeah, these children. Look at these are boys. Are these boys or girls? I think these are boys, long-haired boys. I don't know even what the official story is here, what they're supposed to be. They look like boys to me, both of them. The official story is both of these are daughters. Tony is a male name, really, if it's Tony, right? Anthony. But it's Toni. Oh, so it must be a girl then, right? So is that a Greek woman or a Greek lady boy? Okay, so this is the boy, and this is Tony. See, these people, They might be a little bit different than the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Look at this one. There's Angelina Jolie's androgyne daughter, son. Shiloh's looking more like her dad every day. So I think, what is Shiloh supposed to be a woman, but now it's a man? You can't even really keep up with this stuff. They're all gender neutral and gender benders. Of the children, 3 were adopted internationally, while 3 are biological. Well, we know Angelina didn't give birth to these children. Angelina gave birth to twins. Shiloh traded her signature androgynous style, something of a style icon, thanks to her often androgynous, fearless, and chic fashion sense. Namibian born. Why was this person born in Namibia? From tomboy to Angelina's mini-me. So it's a clone. It's a twin or a clone. Right here. It says it right here. Bioengineered androgyne. That's what this means. See, they tell us, but they kind of use coded language. Mini-me. Tomboy. It's all right there. Angelina told Vanity Fair in 2010 that Shiloh has been exploring gender since age 3. Yeah, that's what 3-year-olds do. She wants to be a boy, so we had to cut her hair. Anyone who cuts their hair automatically becomes a boy, apparently, according to the holy angel. She likes to wear boy clothes. She thinks she's one of her brothers. Now, this person could be a boy, actually. It kind of looks like one. Maybe it is a boy, they're just pretending it's a girl. Or maybe it's a bioengineered androgyne. It could be an alien hybrid. But this is pretty typical. This is just one example, the unholy angel. And these people always kind of promote divorce, right? That's part of the thing. So they have these bioengineered androgynous children, and they get divorced. This kind of looks more like a boy anyway, actually. But the next generation, they're just coming out and saying that they're androgynes. And all their children, all the celebrities' children are androgynes, and they openly admit it. And nobody really notices. People don't realize that there's basically a whole world above us full of these angelic beings. Nobody even knows it's there. Angels are aliens. Now, some angels are good angels. And I think I've never seen a UFO, but I know people who claim to have seen them. I think UFOs are just the actual entities themselves, like we see in that movie called Nope. The UFO was an actual life form itself. It wasn't the UFO was not an aircraft or anything. That's why they changed the name to UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, because these are not objects, these are phenomenon, these are living beings themselves. When people see a UFO, they're looking at an angel, a spiritual being that's somehow becomes visible. I think it's possible, one theory, throw it out there. And when we look in the mass media, we're looking at genetically engineered or bioengineered rock stars and their children that might be androgynous because they're hybrids. Genetically engineered rock stars and movie stars and children, bioengineered, twins, IVF, manufactured idolatry, trying to keep us away from God, right? That's a big part of this agenda. In a way, it's all a test. It's a temptation and a test. Just like Jesus was tested in the wilderness. I think we're supposed to be tested, actually. This is a test. We're living in a giant test.
No man was more famous, more wealthy, more worshipped than the man with the voice of an angel. The singer called Farinelli. His music seduced women. His magic controlled kings. His songs were the sounds of heaven. And the secret of the most extraordinary singer the world has ever known. Farinelli. They stole the gift that made him a man to give him the voice that made him a god.